I feel like you went in a different order than when I have these written down. So
I might have. My handwriting is pretty poor.
So we will see this. So is there, Kirk, like a go-to actor that no matter what they put out, your butt will be either in a movie theater or, a straight to video, you're watching it. It comes on, you see them in it, you got to go to it.
Yeah, so I'll expand on that a little bit. It has to be horror, right? Because some of these actors kind of go into some garbage. So I wrote down two names. One I felt like is obvious, and one you'll probably feel that's a little bit more obvious when you start thinking about it. So the first one I put in here, I think is the icon of icon, is Bruce Campbell. Like,
it's my number one as well.
Yes.
But you wonder what? I don't mean to cut you off because it's you're leading it. But what makes me go in on Bruce Campbell is he doesn't do like 50 movies.
Nope.
Like he's very strategic in what he does, so it makes it more valuable when he's in something.
And he's always physical comedy. That's what he does. You throw that into a horror movie, that physical comedy with the stakes at which coming at him, you get your Evil Dead 1, you get your Evil Dead 2, you get your Army of Darkness. Great, right? All these great movies. So Bruce Campbell's my number one. I wanted to kind of get away from Bruce Campbell and find someone that is imposing on the screen. I put Keith David.
First off, there's nothing wrong with Keith. Like when you look at his body of work, it's pretty impressive.
The dude could do just voiceovers, and I'm probably there. Like he's got one of the best delivery voices that's just intimidating, deep. Have you ever seen Requiem for a Dream? It's not horror, but he's in that. Oh, his scene, that voice, just gives me a shiver. So Keith David is somebody I just love to see him and everything he's done.
A lot of people say Requiem for a Dream is a horror movie because it's horrifying and it's so hard to watch.
It's a very hard watch. It's a very good. We're not here to talk about Requiem for a Dream. I love Requiem for a Dream, but. Yeah, so I put Keith David, I put Bruce Campbell. Bruce was the obvious choice. I tried to get a little bit more of a curveball that I really like Keith David. Everything I see him in, he's great. He was in The Thing, one of my favorite all-time horror movies. He had a big part in that. He was great. So what other names did you have on your list?
So this was actually really tough for me because when I think of like horror-related actors, there's not many that I'm like, banging down the door to go see. It's more of the movie itself, right? Like I want to see Michael Myers or whatever. But
that's what made this category hard.
Yeah, like I mean, I wrote down a couple. Like first off, I won't say that in fact I have not seen. I have 4 names on here. I have not seen all of their movies. Wow. But if I see them in a movie, like let's say I'm browsing through the channels late night and there's a movie and I haven't heard of it, if I see one of these 4 names in there, I'm giving it a shot. So Kane Hodder's one of them where, once again, he's made 150 probably really shitty horror movies, but I've watched a good amount of them just because Kane Hodder's in it. I want to see kind of what's up. Bill Moseley is another one that I love Bill Moseley. He's made way more bad movies than he's made good ones, but once again, he'll get a watch from me. And then on the female side of it, we talk about these two all the time, but Scout Taylor Compton and Danielle Harris. Yeah. I love them. And then I'll also add now Jenna Ortega and Samara Weaving. I love both of them. Samara Weaving probably more. And she's doing a lot more horror movies. Those are just some of the scream queens that if I just see them in a movie, I'm more prone to stop on.
Let me throw a name out there that no one's probably thinking of and has 2 horror movies, about to get the 3rd one. Bill Skarsgård.
So I like Bill Skarsgård.
It 1 and 2, he was not the problem in 2, and he was fantastic in 1.
No, and in Barbarian, he's great in Barbarian.
He's about to be the Crow, the new Crow.
Right. He's at the beginning. I'm still not.
He's very early. I'm saying
if I see his name in a movie, though, I'm thinking it's the same thing like Mia Goth right now. Like she's becoming that new scream queen where I'm taking it more seriously. When I see their name in the movie, I know that there's a budget.
Mia could be definitely easily top 5. The movies haven't been great. She is crazy talented.
I agree. And that's why I had to start looking at this of like, what will I give a chance if I see the name in there? And we don't have enough time for it, but I started writing down, because this will be maybe for next time, directors that when they come out with the movie, who is it that I'm looking to see? Because that's almost kind of like where we are now in things where
that landscape is changing so fast because usually they don't stick in horror for too long.
No, but we do
even
have
John Carpenter
now.
trying to get out of horror, but got brought back in.
Yes, and with that.